Who has had to go?
Is this the Scottish Health Minister who was seen flouting her own rules about staying close to home to save the NHS? And not once, but twice was caught at her second home in Fife when she lives in Edinburgh, and it's a good hour's drive, even in light traffic. So she had to step down. Her and the New Zealand Health Secretary, he was also caught doing the same thing.
Exactly, and it's a much longer journey for him to get to Fife.
Much longer, even in light traffic.
Exactly. He had to swim 10,000 miles, apparently, and the last 1,000 miles being the most difficult because they were over land.
It's the fact that both of them didn't just do it once. They got caught the first time, and the Scottish medical officer got caught by the police, but then just did it again. And you thought that's pretty bold. And the New Zealand guy was caught going to the beach, so he thought, oh, all right, I'll go for a very long bike ride and I'll take my car off first. It's the message. It's very odd when the message doesn't go in, even though you're delivering it.
Yep, he called himself an idiot for going out mountain biking in defiance of his own lockdown measures. He was spotted after he drove his bike to the mountain in a truck emblazoned with his own face. The idiot.
I found a wonderful way of ensuring social isolation, by the way. I'm teaching myself the accordion. No one has been within 500 yards of the vicarage for the past fortnight. It's going very well.
How did Matt Hancock stick his oar into football?
Oh, this was about footballers' wages, wasn't it? That footballers should give up 30% of their wages to pay for the NHS, or support the NHS, and also perhaps individuals that work at their own clubs who are not being paid £70,000 a week. It seems to me a fairly good idea that the footballers can take a pay cut to support the other employees of the club. That wouldn't be too difficult, I would have thought. So I'm not sure what the complaint is there.
Well, Matt Hancock didn't ask other millionaires to take a pay cut, did he?
No, he didn't, no.
I think you missed the one where he asked Jacob Rees-Mogg and the other hedge fund managers to take a pay cut and give the proceeds to the NHS. That was a good speech. We enjoyed that one. A lot of Tory donors have been asked, basically, not to take any money in the next year and to give the money to the NHS. It was a great speech. A lot of people didn't hear it, but I thought it was terrific.
How has Manchester City's Kyle Walker been helping and hindering the crisis?
Didn't he get caught going out in his motor car to a party or something, or some barbecue? Anyway, he was associating with people in a way that broke every single regulation that the government recommends, and has been rightly and soundly scolded for it.
Yes, it was a little more than a party. He's been hindering social distancing by hosting, according to The Sun, a £2,000 sex party. He's been distributing cash to local sex workers, which is good, who might otherwise have been furloughed. I mean, maybe they were furloughed. I don't know what Kyle's into. What's been the good news for Jacob Rees-Mogg?
Good news for Jacob. It's an opportunity, the global recession following the pandemic. There's nothing like following the Four Horsemen with some handy investor tips. And I think Jacob's firm has said there's money to be made in that there bug. And he's advising people how they can do it.
The investment fund he set up and still owns 15% of, Somerset Capital Management, have issued a statement saying that the current crisis is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for supernormal returns.
Super spreading the money.
What's supernormal? Isn't supernormal? You'd either have super returns or normal returns. What's a supernormal return? One would rather expect the Honourable Member to be more precise in his use of language.
This was another week of lockdown, which included the Queen raising morale. According to The Times, Her Majesty and Prince Philip are in isolation in Windsor with a skeleton staff. Well, that's one way of making sure the staff can't catch it. According to The Sun, professional footballer Kyle Walker broke lockdown to have a £2,000 orgy with two hookers at his flat. See, if he'd done it in the park, it would have counted as exercise.